I need a beer bottle. Does anyone have a beer bottle? Il n'y a pas de bouteille ici? Il n'y a pas du tout de bouteille de bière dans un bar?
Pint glass. Pint glass.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, whatever. We'll do that. Thanks, sir. There's a people that hunt for garbage. They collect the trash from in front of your doorway while you sleep, and they pick up the refuse from the corners of alleyways. And they drag it back to their houses in wicker sacks, and they pile it high. All the things that you don't want anymore, they take it home and they pile it high. Torn plastic packaging and greasy cardboard, and they pile it high. Rotten vegetables chewed right down to the skin, and they pile it high. Last year's cell phone and last year's iPhone and last year's no longer compatible Bluetooth headset, and they pile it high. They pile it high. All the things that you don't want anymore. All the things that you don't want anymore. All the things that you don't want anymore. All those things that you don't want anymore. All those things that you don't want anymore. And there's an old warrior with his body swollen with disease, and he's sitting around playing dominoes. They always play dominoes. And they're eating bean stew. And they're sucking the fingers clean right down to the second knuckle. With all the filth and the grime, they're taking it inside. All the residue of your sins. And the warrior in his swollen body, he says, we got all this stuff. Why don't we do something with this stuff? We can make something. Why don't we build something? Maybe we can... Got an idea, let's play a game, let's make a man. We've got all this stuff, we can put it together. I mean, maybe we can build something. Let's play a game, let's make a man. Why don't we, I got an idea, why don't we put everything together? Let's play a game, let's make a man. And for his guts, they found a pile of filthy rags, baptized in blood and motor oil, and they stuffed it inside. For his veins, they took the inside of a rusty oil drum and they filled it into a plastic tube and they stuffed it inside. And for his eyes, they found a pair of dusty diamonds, uncut, unpolished, half blind, rent from the bloody earth, and they stuffed it inside. And three quarters of a soul. The warrior in a swollen body has one daughter, but no sons. And the little girl with no brothers and sisters, she wants to play, so she says, let's wake him up. And she climbs to the highest pile of garbage, and at the top she finds a rose that had been left there by a man who came home to find his wife had left. And she takes the thorn from the rose, and she steps over the new man, and she opens his eye. She opens his eye, and she takes the thorn, and she... And the new man, the man half made, breathes for the first time, and he says, I'm not ripe, but I'm already rotten. I haven't been born, but I'm already dying. I'm not ripe, but I'm already rotten. Haven't been born, but I'm already dying. I've got a pretty good heart, but it works part-time. Pretty good brain with a hole in the side. Pretty good mouth that knows how to lie. Three-quarters of. Says I'm not ripe, but I'm already rotten. Haven't been born, but I'm already dying. I'm not ripe, but I'm already rotten. Haven't been born, but I'm already dying. And the people start to gather around to look at the man half-made. The people start to gather around to look at the man half-made. There's a warrior in a swollen body, a village elder born with no tongue, nothing to say. The people start to gather around to look at the man half-made. There's a beauty queen with a face womb twisted, a master painter with his fingers stunned. The people gathered around to look at the half-made man. There was a mother, her only baby stillborn, a president, her plans undone, and three-quarters of a soul. And the people looked at the man half-made and they saw themselves. They saw themselves in his unmarried potential. And the people looked at the man half-made and they saw him in his half-blind eyes. They saw themselves there. The people looked at the man half-made and they saw all the things that he could have become. And they cried, the people cried, they wept. They saw themselves in his eyes and they cried. And all the filth and the grime and all the soot from the things that you don't want anymore floated away. And the new man floated away on their tears. He started to come apart at the seams. He started to fall apart. And he says, wait, listen. Remember one thing, just please remember one thing. Half of everything. He said, listen, little girl, just remember one thing. Half of everything. He said, please, just remember one thing. He said, half of everything is nothing at all. Half of everything is nothing at all. Half of everything is nothing at all, yeah. Half of everything is nothing at all, he said. Nothing at all. It's nothing at all. He said it's nothing, man. Nothing at all, yeah. And the little girl watched him fall apart. She watched him sink down and away. And she smiled. Stick around for Joey's set, guys. Go Habs, go!